Good morning, everybody. Good morning. I'm currently heading back to the apartment. Let's switch off my glasses here. It's bright out this morning. Running very late. Was up late last night and tried to get a little extra sleep, which is always beneficial, but I have a routine I do. I kind of zone out for a little bit, and that does not help things. So I've been delayed slightly. So as soon as I get to the apartment, I have to work right away, probably. And that's okay. That's how I bring home the bacon. That's how I bring home the bacon. Anyways, just living the dream. You know, oftentimes I have to think about in life how you perceive things isn't always the reality, right? How you perceive things is not always how it really is. It may appear that way to you, but not to the rest of the world. In those situations, you need to step away from yourself for a little bit and look at the situation holistically. And remember, that it's not all about that. So for me, I have to do that as well sometimes. Now it's also important that, you know, you're not constantly second guessing your own reality, because that's not good either. When you're second guessing everything that you're perceiving, you'll never confidently go into anything. So just like in all things in life, there's balance, right? There's a balance to these things. I consider myself a pretty learned person, but just like anybody else, at times I too can't see the forest through the trees. You know what I mean? That's okay, because I'm human. That said, Resident Evil! Going out. about incorporating a 2-camera system, or curious how the CPU operates inside of the phone to run the front-facing and rear-facing camera simultaneously. We'll have to wait and see. I keep forgetting about the construction. Oh, so listen to this today. I thought how behind I am. I'm very aware of NFC. I understand the concepts of no-touch payment, all that fun stuff, right? I get all that. I've never utilized it. So recently, my credit card had been compromised. My debit card had been compromised in some way. And no transactions went through, but the fact that my card information was out there, that people were able to try and use it, bothered me, because eventually they will potentially have access. If that information is out there, then the rest of it can potentially be out there, or get out there, I should say. So I canceled the card. Another one's being sent to me, but in the meantime, they give me access to a temporary digital card. You know, card number, CVV, the whole nine. And I was like, shit, I can't really spend any money. I can use my credit card, but I don't want to use my credit card because I got to pay that back. And that means if I spend $20, I have to give them $20 more. So now I'm out $40 when I wanted to only spend $20. No thanks. I use my credit card strictly to build credit. That's it. Literally, that's it. For that reason, I got a secured credit card just to reaffirm it. I don't want free money. Let me rephrase that. Hold on, wait. Hold up, baby. Hold up, baby. Wait a second. I want free money, but not money that I'm liable for. So I don't want a credit card, free money that I then have to be forced to pay back or to hurt my credit. During all this COVID stuff, my student loans have been I've been on the Funkadelish side. Anyways, back to my story. So I thought about it this morning and go, oh, why don't I use my temporary credit card, my temporary debit card? I'll tie it to my Samsung's phone, and I could use that as an NFC. Let me give it a shot. I've never used, I have this top of the line phone, but don't utilize any of its better features. So I did that. I added it. Went to the store this morning, which I wasn't happy about because I thought I'd use my credit card. Get my phone, beep beep, bang bang bing, tap tap, and then I was like, oh, okay, there we go. Well, that's easy. I'm not stressed now. Take as long as you want, card. Now that's at participating establishments, of course, right? That's stores that have that capability. So I still don't want to be beholden to only using my phone. What if I'm in a bad network? What if I'm in the boonies, which I am. So I was able to do that, which is good. You know, I was looking at my paycheck with taxes and 401k and insurance. You know, they almost take $600 on a check. $600 almost. I'm rounding up. It was 500 something. Like 590 or something like that. That's a lot, man. That is a lot. That's a lot. That happens, you know, I'm just bitching. Just not happy about it. You know what I mean? Just not happy about it. But I met with my boss yesterday, and we had a one-on-one, and I'm pissed that I missed something. I usually never miss anything on my audits, and I did. You get audited every 2 weeks or so, where they basically see, did you complete these steps, did you complete these tasks? And typically, I always do. But I didn't. I missed something. Well, I did it, but I didn't do it as I was supposed to. And that irks me. And I thought I explained it away. My boss asked me about it. I go, oh, no, I did do that. And I took her to it, but it wasn't acknowledged. So there's this thing I had to do for one of my employees. I had to basically write them up. And I did it. And I told them about it, did everything, but I didn't have them acknowledge it in the system, which is the thing I missed. And that bothers me. So, that's life. What are you going to do? Anyways, as I drive and talk aimlessly, me and Honey Mommy were talking yesterday about The Office, and when we were at Home Depot, I acquired this misused paint, this paint that they accidentally mixed and did the wrong color for or whatever. It's like this green color. And, you know, we have this whole gallon of this paint. What if we paint the ceiling this green color? Dark in there, but I think it would look good. And I go, I agree, I think it would look good. Plus, we already got it. And if it's bad, you can always paint it. But it'd be interesting to be able to do a green ceiling. Maybe even a green wall. I'm thinking about doing the ceiling and then finishing that wall and see what it looks like. Because I have to put stuff on the other wall, but I want to paint it in the meantime, so I'm curious. May do that wall. May do that wall. So ceiling and then come down on one of the short walls. Because my plan is to put soundproof, but in the meantime, I want to have it painted. So I think we're going to paint the ceiling and then come down and do that wall. Yeah, that's what we're going to do. That's what we're going to do. So this way I can take my time with acquiring the soundproofing for that side. And then I can use that wall for a green screen. It won't be a great green screen because it's like a darker, I think it's a darker green. I'm colorblind, so it sucks. I think it's like a forest-ish green, if I had to describe it. It's not quite a lime green, at least I don't think. We'll see. I'm going to paint it and see what it does. If it looks bad, it looks bad. If it looks good, hey, kudos to us. I don't mind something looking a little wacky. I don't mind if something looks a little off. You know what I mean? I've always wanted to do things the way I want to do things. And oftentimes it's very easy to not. And you sometimes have to sacrifice things in order to accomplish other things, other tasks. So for me, this is something I want to do, so I think it'll be good. I got to order some more soundproofing, kind of nip some of these things in the bud. So we're going to knock that out. And then I'm going to kind of tighten it up this pay period. I have a tendency to spend a lot, and there are some things I want to do. So I got a little bit of money set aside. I'm trying to save because I need to get a down payment for another vehicle. And I mean, technically you don't have to, but just putting, $500 or $1,000 out on a car, just the act of putting money down improves the financing, because it shows you're willing to put investment in. So the finance companies that see that, they are more lenient as far as interest and things of that nature. What's up, Commander? So it makes life a little easier in some instances, not all. But I think I'm going to paint that other wall. I think that's a good idea. The ceiling in that wall, I think, will be cool. And I want to try thin trim in between the walls, because we're going to put trim around them, but I think I want to do the corners as well, to kind of frame the walls a little bit and separate the colors. Because Honey Mommy thinks that the trim would look better white, and I thought about it, and white does pop. White does pop. If it's a bright, vibrant white, it will pop. So I agree with that. I think that'll look cool. At first I wanted black, but I think the white will really frame the room, and I want to frame out the walls. I want them to kind of stand out, you know what I mean? So that's my intention. How's life treating you today, Commander? Cap. I've been meaning to ask you, man. I gotta think of the military hierarchy. When did you get promoted to a commander from a captain? Is that the other way around? Is a captain higher than a commander? No. Commander is higher than a captain, I would think. When did you get the promotion? Tired? Yeah, man. I hear that. I got a little bit of a late start myself today. Bit sluggish. Was up late and I slept in a little bit longer. Normally I get up with Honey Mommy, but I laid there for like another 2 hours. And that little bit of extra sleep, man, it makes a difference. I'll take it. And I had to kind of rush around. I was watching some stuff. Hey, man, I hear you. Obviously, I was being facetious about you being promoted. I understand this is not truly a military designation, but I'm really funny. I don't know. I forgot to tell you. So I'm going to see what's up with that trim. When I get home today, I'm going to look at the soundproofing, get that ordered. Get that ordered ASAP. I'm going to order another set, maybe two more sets. Because I think I need to order like 7 of them to get that full wall done. I think I need like 7 packs of that soundproofing at 25, basically $30 a piece. That's not cheap. But I can start on it, you know what I mean? Once the walls are painted. I know, man, I'm stoked. I'm stoked, and then I'm buying it. All day. Yeah, I'm stoked on it. So we can play through that game. Because when I stream the game, that's all I'm playing is Resident Evil 8. That's it. And that's it. Resident Evil 8 all day. I have to do 2 different types of savings. For the office itself, the out-of-pocket aspects are as follows. The sound for at least the one wall. The second wall I can wait on. I may like it without. Or I may get one pack and kind of just do some intricate whatever, because I plan on hanging my guitars from that wall. But I think it'll look interesting with the hardwood flooring. Once we get the room painted, then we can start on putting the floor in. Because we talked about it, because what's the point of putting the floor in if we're going to paint? And we have to tape everything off, we'll have to lay something down, and it's like, why not wait? Let's paint it first, get everything painted, get the old trim off, paint it, and then go from there. You know what I mean? Because some of the trim, I don't think we can salvage. Maybe we can. Wait, no, I take that back. I think Honey Mommy was able to salvage some of it. We have to get the carpet up first, because the way they put it in, they almost did it kind of backwards. In my experience, you do flooring, and I could be wrong, but in my experience, you put your flooring in first, then your trim. You don't put your trim in, then your flooring. The way they have this set up, they put the trim in, then the flooring. So we're gonna take the trim out as best we can without damaging it, and we're gonna paint it. Trying to get a really bright white. I have this white primer spray paint. I wonder how that might look. It'd be neat if it was a flat white, not glossy at all. Because I almost want it to look like a milky white, like really vibrant. You know what I mean? So we'll have to see. We will have to see. I have a few ideas. So what have you been going on? How's the progress of the game? This weather's crazy out my way, man. I don't know about you, but we've been getting cooler weather and shit. I hear you, man. Go get some coffee, dude. You got a coffee pot at home? Got a coffee pot? Once this office is set up, I'm gonna try and see how little money I can spend. But right now, out of pocket, the consistent thing that I want to spend the money on is the office to get it set up. Because once that's set up, I can then set up my work there. I can start working from there. Because that's the big thing, that in the transportation aspect, I need to get another vehicle. So this pay period, I'm gonna get the car fixed this upcoming weekend probably. Got to get the NOx sensor replaced. And I always thought, and this is me not knowing enough about cars, but the NOx sensor, like an O2 sensor, I thought would simply indicated when the spark plugs are not firing correctly, or if there's any kind of vibration in the motor, the NOx sensor will detect that and then give you your check engine light. If I understand it correctly, the NOx sensor actually impacts how the car runs. It actually runs rough when the NOx sensor is bad. So hopefully it gets better. I've heard this song forever. I say a prayer. If I can, and I don't know. Made us, but I can't. saw a truck on the side of the road yesterday I was looking at because I really want a truck. It's got 123,000 miles on it. It's a lot. And it's a Chevy Silverado 2500 with like a 10-foot bed. It's a monster. You have the green light, dude. Don't wait for those fuckers. Anyways, and they want $15,000 for it. And the truck is in good shape, not a bit of rust on it. It's a beautiful truck, and I would love to own it. But in good conscience, something that has over 100,000 miles, I can't spend an absorbent amount of money on it. So in my head, I was thinking, what if I had cash? And I said, all right, man, I'll give you $6,000 cash. And of course, the guy's gonna say no. But sometimes when you actually see cash, it changes your perception. Like, listen, man, let's cut the bullshit, bro. Let's just cut the bullshit. Here's $6,000. Here you go. I'll take it right now. $6,000. Give me the title. Put your Herbie Hancock on there, and then let's get the fuck out of Dodge. What do you say? What do you say? But you know. But my suspicion is that the person wouldn't accept it. Plus, spoiler alert, I don't have $6,000 laying around that I can just give to somebody. However, I thought, what if I get a personal loan? Give me that cash money. Then I thought, maybe a line of credit, treating it like a credit card and then paying it off of my... It doesn't work either. I don't like the idea. So, we'll figure it out. We'll figure it out. Money Mommy is much more fiscally responsible than I am, and she can really make things happen. Sometimes I look at tasks and they appear so daunting, it's like, this is not possible. You know, you need to save up X amount of dollars. It's like, I can't do that. It's not possible. Because it'll take this long to save up this amount of money, and by the time that happens, so many other things can happen. It's a silly thing. It's a silly argument that I have within myself. I'm very impatient. I like to see results right away. So I'm thinking I need to pull money out, cash, and then put the cash away for me to really feel like I'm making progress and doing what I'm supposed to be doing. So we'll see. We'll see how it goes. How are you with saving money, Kat? Are you good with saving money, or do you find yourself kind of blowing through it? Or I'm not great at it. I'm really not. I like to enjoy the fruits of my labor. You know, when I go to a restaurant, for example, I'm not thinking about, oh, I'm only going to get a $20 meal. I just get what I want. And then I pay for it later. I'll pay for it afterwards. You know what I mean? Whatever it is. I try to live my life in some instances, in some ways like that. Okay, so you're pretty fiscally responsible in that fiduciary sense. Okay. Well, kudos to you, man. I like to reap what I sow. And I'm constantly reaping. Sometimes I reap more than I should. You know what I mean? I'm borrowing from myself. That's something I have to stop doing. Where I'll put money in my savings and I'll borrow from it to keep myself afloat, and then I put the money back. But I'm constantly going back and forth, so the savings will stay the same, but it never goes up. Because every time I'm putting money in there, it's money that I took out already. So it's like the cycle of never getting ahead. So I need to think about those things. But I'm at a point now in my life too where I can't have people do that for me. You know what I mean? I talk about Honey Mom being good with money and stuff, and she's very good with that kind of thing, but I can't ask her to babysit me, and I don't want that. You know what I mean? Yeah, you gotta have a plan, you gotta think things through, but at the same time there's a balance, right? In my opinion, there's a balance to that. You know, if all you do is squirrel away every penny with no intention of utilizing it, or you don't have something that benefits you out of it, it almost seems irresponsible to me. It's like, what's the point of working outside of paying bills? I want to enjoy my life. You know what I mean? I want to go to a concert or a festival, go to the movies, go to dinner, do these things, get out and about. I don't have to have material goods. I'm not saying that you have to buy. But at the same time, I think it's important to enjoy the fruits of your labor. In some aspects, you know what I mean? I don't think that you should deprive yourself of things that give you joy. There's so much in this world that can deprive you of true joy. And I'm not saying spending money is going to give it to you, but it's not going to hurt that much if you splurge a little bit here and there. You know, if I'm going to watch TV and I have a choice, do I want to watch this on a 42-inch screen, or do I want to watch it on a 70-inch screen? I want to watch it on a 70-inch screen. That's just me. Priorities. And a big TV's not a priority. But when you combine your efforts with somebody, when you combine your you know what I'm trying to say. Again, I'm not saying blow your money, because that's silly. But there are some people I know in my life that will literally, I had a friend whose family used to buy these really expensive, like shop towels, shop paper towels. I don't know if they have shop towels in the UK. Shop towels are like blue paper towels, and they're very heavy duty. They're very thick. They're like rags, basically. Rags on a roll almost. And you could wring them out and everything else. And this person would wash them, would hand wash them, and reuse these shop towels. And then eventually they start getting fuzzy and they start to shred. But they would do their dishes. They would dry their dishes with them. They would reuse them. They use them as washcloths, which they're a little rough, so I'm not sure the benefit is there. But little things like that, I don't want to be that kind of person. You know, if you want to make your own shampoo, make your own soap, and so I think that's a good thing. I want to do things like that so I can control what's in it and find what works for me the best. But there are people that do stuff like that are doing it strictly for financial purposes, and they're cutting these corners like these. I watch those shows every once in a while, those extreme cheapskates. And this guy that like reuses mouthwash. And it's like, that's disgusting. That's disgusting. You are removing those toxins, those food particles, those things from your mouth with that mouthwash. The reason for that, think of the motivation. Why? Okay, then why in the world would you reuse it? You know, these are the same people that say, oh, you never let a bar of soap touch your body. Use a rag. Like, ew. No, a rag retains germs. A rag can grow bacteria. A bar of soap, I put directly on my body. Every inch of it. I'm talking booty to face. Not in that order. But a bar of soap is self-cleaning. Do you know what I'm saying? It's soap. After I'm done showering, because I'm on my hair like a werewolf, I check the bar of soap for hair, and I clean the bar of soap in the shower when I'm done with it. Now, typically, I use body washes most of the time, actually. But when I do use a bar of soap, I don't like using washcloths. I think it's a family thing. It's how you're raised. Like my mother, she uses a rag. My aunt uses a rag. They're from the South. And I think it's a Southern thing, using a washcloth. I like a loofah, like the spongy thingy. Not an actual sponge, but like the poof ball, the poofy loofah thingy. I put body wash in that and utilize that, and it works as an exfoliant and everything else. But I don't know why I'm getting off on these tangents. You know, I think I mentioned this before in some of my previous streams. I find that I smile usually with one half of my face. I'll use it, yeah. And it's a preference, you know what I mean? Some people prefer different things. I like to feel clean. You know, I had this conversation with people about wiping your butt. I want to own a bidet. Honey Mommy's concerned that if children come over, they're going to play with the bidet. They're going to play with it and do stuff to it. And squirt water and everything else. And part of me goes, I get that fear, but we have to tell them not to. Right? We got to tell these kids you can't do that, because I want to be as clean as I possibly can. I'm not trying to be foul, but I don't like using toilet paper because I don't feel like I'm getting clean. So I use diaper wipes. And I go all out, man. This is, again, very disgusting, so I apologize. But like, I dig inside of my butt to make sure I am as clean as I can possibly be. Some people just wipe a few times and that's it. One, you gotta wipe till nothing comes off. That's, to me, duh. Two, you gotta dig in there. If you wipe and it stops, and take your finger and put it inside a little bit, you're gonna get some more shit on it. Get it all out. Get everything out of there. Get it all out. You're gonna use more diaper wipes, you're gonna use more toilet paper, but get it out. Someone gave a really good analogy when you think about toilet paper compared to diaper wipes. And I think it's an apt comparison. So if I had some poop on my hand, I had a turd, and I said, put your arm out. And I took that turd and I rubbed it against your arm and smeared it across your forearm. And you went, oh, that's disgusting, clean it off. And I give you a piece of tissue. And you go like this. Is your arm clean? Do you feel like your arm is clean? Let's say you wipe it to where you don't see the poop anymore. Is that sufficient for you? Or would you want soap and water or a wet washcloth? Do you know what I mean? So I say, why not treat the butt the same way? You know what I'm saying? If you're in, well, it's your butt, it's different. It's like, I don't know, man. When I was a kid, I didn't know how to wipe good. And I remember I used to get itchy, chafing, or whatever. And I can't, I don't know. Toiletry-based habits are interesting. Again, I know this is a weird conversation, man. I'm not afraid to talk about anything, really, but when we do our podcast, that's one of the topics we're going to talk about, how to wipe and how to wash yourself. There are other people I know. Years ago, one of my old friends, his name was Matt, not the Matt that I've mentioned before, it's a different Matt. His feet stunk really bad. They smelled dirty. And I remember I was talking to him one day, this is like when we were teenagers, and I said, man, your feet stink. So you gotta wash them. He goes, I wash them every time I'm in the shower. And then I made a comment and I said, just because your feet are getting wet in the shower doesn't mean they're washed. You have to actually wash them. He goes, how'd you know? I said, because when I was a kid I did that. I thought if it got wet, it was clean. So people think, oh, I'm in the shower, my feet are in water or water is hitting them, therefore my feet are clean. No. The last two things on my body I scrub is my ass and my feet. And I grab my foot and I scrub it. In between the toesies, the nails, I scrub my foot. I put my foot down. And I grab my other foot, scrub my foot. You gotta clean yourself, man. It adds time to your shower routine, but I actually have a breakdown. I have a whole process, and I'll go through this when we do our podcast. But I get in the shower. I do my pre-soak. I do that for a couple of reasons. One, to make sure I'm all wet everywhere. Two, to make sure I get acclimated to the temperature of the water, so I can slowly increase the heat as I go. But you get your pre-soak. Once the pre-soak is done, then you can go in. I wash my hair sudsy, beard sudsy, soap for my face wash, scrub. Then I rinse the head all together, hair and face all at once. Then once that's done, I then put conditioner in my hair and beard. I do not rinse it out. I put it in. Now, it's time for body wash. Then I grab my soap, my loofah, and I start the chest, work my way down to the torso. I start torso, armpit, work down the arm, shoulder, other armpit, work out the shoulder down, shoulders, back, as much of my back as I can possibly reach, which I can't reach my entire back, unfortunately, because I don't have spaghetti arms. Once I do that, then I work down to the pelvis, scrub, get the cheeks, get the thighs, knees down, top of foot. Then I go grab my foot, scrub my foot, put my foot down, grab my other foot, scrub my other foot, put it down. Then I scrub my asshole. Scrub it. Scrub. Then I rinse my loofah. Put it back up. Then I have a detachable shower head. Then I rinse off the body. Then I rinse the hair to get the conditioner out. And then I rinse the body again because the conditioner can get on my body hair. And no big deal, but I just rinse again, make sure I don't have stuff on me. That is my shower. All told, if I'm doing it back to back, nonstop, without just kind of standing there, kind of absorbing heat from the water, I can do it in 15 minutes. Typically, it takes me 20 minutes, sometimes longer, in the shower itself. Total bathroom time, however, I'm a little on the high side. 45 minutes, sometimes an hour, to get ready completely, because there's a lot going on. But anyways, I've reached my destination, Cap. I appreciate you kicking with me, man. I appreciate you bullshitting with me. I hope you enjoy your morning. Enjoy your coffee. I hope you wake up. Thank you for being here, brother. It means a lot to me that you stopped by. Don't be a stranger. Hope to see you again very soon. But with that said, I'm out of 1,000 Bucket of Kid. You guys stay epic. I'll stay Eric. Love you, Cap. Talk to you soon, pimpin'. Bye.